getting America going doesn't need to be mind intensive and body filled with emotion, and doesn't have to take another 15 minutes. There needs to be options and choices to be made to get going. And people just talking to each other and looking at each other's faces and hearing each other's voices and having a social relaxation are kind of like going to the spa. Kind of like staring at a technology device screen, a stimulus. People getting stimulus and doing a little bit of social work and feeling good, and then mostly trying to have sex with the woman. Mostly trying to have sex, with another woman. Women and women, men and men, everybody as one. Probably the greatest pause for anybody alive today now who didn't live through the Great Depression to maybe compare the two. With technology now everywhere. But during the Great Depression, they had coffee and donuts for free because people had no jobs. Stimulus. Helpful for thinking with the brain and thought. And now with technology, we have this emphasis on mind, mental life. America, like humans, don't need more people telling them what to do. Don't need more people with the answers to their problems. They need to figure out how to solve their problems. They need to know what they're doing. Not in a business job or some work, but with a body, brain, and mind. There's this frequent occurrence of people talking other people into sex, people meeting people online and convincing them of how awesome and gosh darn swell they are, and how financially well they are off, and how little the person would have to worry. How socially intelligent they are and how aware they are in the world. And people meet each other, and people get together, and people are happy. They get a stimulus, they get dopamine, they get serotonin, and their cortisol stays very low. Sounds very tribal. these small little groups of people, these small tribes, the only way that I think America gets going to be more focused has to do with how you go. You prepare, you learn, you train, you get ready, and you go. Schedules, organizing, breathing, attention, focus, and concentration. Making small goals, making small tasks to achieve a purpose. Or for some people to just not be bored. There's never an opportunity to finally get time correct, get speed realistic. And to get excited with being prepared and motivated and inspired. There's doubt, there's failure, there's disarray. And there's opportunity to correct the mistakes. Going at the pace of fixing mistakes, solving problems, and getting better and being stronger and more alive are what cause people to never want to die and live forever. And getting going and stopping and talking about the tribalism and the mindset and going again after we've all used our brain to solve these problems, and then getting stuck when there's too many drugs, there's too many violent people hurting nice folks. Has been happening for as long as I've been alive. Never being able to go towards a goal unless you're rich and have money and you can invest and you can buy stuff and you can live in different places and afford rent, unless you're going to college and you're taking classes to be a doctor. Getting going where I live now has the same process of going and stopping, two women blocking a door, starting again, trying to remember what I was doing before a 200-pound woman with a hijab stood with almost a knife-like set of keys. And the carefree cigarette smoker was gazing intently. The speed of going, getting America going, can't be observed. Can't be taken apart and used against the people going, like it has been now in Seattle, Washington especially. Thugs and drug addicts and gangsters with piles of cash controlling the economics and where people can go at night, where people can go in the day and not get harassed, not get hurt, not get abused. When there's no language, no words. Only a brain, body, and mind in a world, in the world, making it better, making it more exciting, and making it more peaceful and more fulfilling. And not some infinite problem for smart people to figure out and intelligent people to keep track of those dumb people who aren't quite as brilliant as the genius. You can ignore nationalism as racism and you can say pride is harassment. But simply living with the brain and not being able to have your body with the brain, because the mind's being used to control the body to make sure the brain works correctly, already hurts my ears and strains my eyes with the distraction. And waste more of my time trying to figure out how to get going. Getting going takes energy. And how you know you're going has to do with that energy slowly going away, and then you rebuild that energy, and then eventually you sleep. Fitting a stimulus in there and a reward for the hard work, and there's a life being lived now. In the world. The end.